Okay, have I gone south yet? I have not. I talked to Merwald, the other Watcher, but that's the only thing I've done, apart from, like, stick around in here. Currently, I'm just running around clearing out old content to try and power level, because, goddamn, I'm getting my ass handed to me normally. This seems almost comical. Which, you know what, I'm okay with comical right now, because it's way better than just getting murdered. Oh, hello. You go for this one. There we go. So, yeah. Been kind of a situation where, like, 90% of the time, get my ass handed to me. I think the new party composition, though, is going to make it huge differences, as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what else we got here. Because, yeah, if I can get all these side quests out of the way, and then it might actually be worth it for me to go back and go back to the stronghold and check to see if I can get some. See if I can go back and get some adventures as well. Let's see. Did I kill the guy in Soul Vision? I actually don't even know. I have not done that yet. I don't even know what that's talking about. Unfortunately, I'm trying to do this, like, largely without knowing what I'm doing. And so the process of, like, where to go and what to do is definitely screwing me up just a little bit. Not terrible, but it's definitely going to make this a little bit clunkier of a process, as far as things are concerned.
As you wish.
Okay. So apparently the first floor is super easy, second floor is kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, works for me. What level are my guys? Are they all, like, level 4 and stuff? Should be fine. It's nice having the two tanks being the main, well, tanks, and having everybody else just be ranged from here.
Following your lead.
Trying to avoid. Okay, so these guys do, what kind of damage they do? It doesn't actually say, don't have any information on that. Okay, so in that case, let's do zombies, Zambles, like, right here-ish. Cool. You're getting hammered just a little bit. He's probably fine. No reason to waste a spell. Not for this. There we go. Probably want to stop and rest at some point. Oh, hello. Spirit, a haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than the sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone behind you. You forget to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late, again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear a tolling bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky, and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone.
What is it? Of
course. The voice acting is just like, what is it? Of course. Very gruff. Kind of chose the right guy there. Anyway, let's see. Cleared this place at level 2 with 3 people. Yes. Jeez. I don't know. I'm really lazy when it comes to this kind of content. I enjoy it more for the story than the real challenge of the combat. If I want to go play like a really challenging game, I'm going to go play Bloodborne, which I'm going to play in like 3 days. Anyway, 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There's one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. Oh, it's just the same thing. Okay, so we can ring them, but I don't know the process, so I'm actually going to leave it for the time being.
Well,
we probably... Oh, shoot. Wow. Okay, so we need to ring those bells in order to open up that door. So let's see if I can go find a clue. There's probably one somewhere, and that's probably how you get down to the next floor. Okay, so we get random money. Not so much, so... so we got that. Yeah, we... Oh, whoa, we've got a lot of, like, scrolls and stuff here, so we should probably get the proper loot. Let's see what I can get here. Okay, so we get some more money. How much? Lots, actually. And we get this. Development of a Crucible Knight. Part 1, Lower Ranks. In recent years, the Knights of the Crucible have evolved as a group, no longer concentrating solely on blacksmithing or combat training. They have adjusted their focus to help initiates develop their souls as well as their bodies. From an initiation, there's a well-defined path to the top of the order. Squire. When a candidate shows sufficient prowess in blacksmithing, or recently, at least the drive and potential, he is accepted into the order as a squire. Once he is a part of the order, training begins immediately. Lessons are divided into 2 sections. Body, commanded by the Lord Marshal, and soul, overseen by the Grand Crucialar. At this point in their progression, the only uniform the squire is allowed is a simple cloth uniform displaying the knight's colors. Novitiate. After sufficient training, each squire is given 3-part test. He must repair a broken piece of armor. He must recite the canticles of Obsidian from memory, and he must be able to land a blow on a novitiate in combat. If he succeeds at all 3 of these tasks, he's promoted to the position of novitiate. At this point, he is given his first official piece of crucible armor, a brigandine. His training now doubles, as only the most valiant of candidates make it through to the next level. Justicar and Templus. When a novitiate shows he is ready, decided by his teachers and trainers, he must make a decision. His training and advancement from this point will focus on 2 disciplines, body or soul. Novitiates that choose body continue military training as a Justicar under the Lord Marshal. Novitiates that choose soul are given clerical training as Templus under the Grand Crucialar. Justicar or Templus, the newly appointed, is taken through the ritual of the arm. He is given his plate armor and symbol of Abidan, I guess, and he is then taken to the Smith's Forge, named after Abidan, and is tasked with forging a small nail out of iron. He affixes this nail... a small nail out of iron. He affixes this nail to the armor under Abidan's symbol, and will wear it there for the rest of his life as a Knight of the Crucible. At this point, the Knight's training is fixed. If he chose body, that is the path he is on until the end of his days. If he chose soul, there is no deviating from the course. That is why the choice is only presented after it has been through many months of training. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ring those bells. Do not worry. Let's see about this. God damn, there's a lot of books here. Alright, fuck it. This is just going into the bin. We're just going to have a book bin for the time being. And I will read them when I'm not in the middle of stuff. Come on, one of these has to have a clue here. It's not a clue, it's just a sword. Alright, works for me. Anything else? Money. Prayer scrolls. Prayer scrolls. And if I can't find any clues, well, then we're just going to go ring the bells anyway. We've got this room, which I haven't checked out yet. Chances are I'm probably just going to have to go ring the bells left to right. I mean, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. There's still a fair amount of combinations just in case I'm wrong. But at the same time, as long as we don't get damaged every time, or I could just save, come to think of it. That could also help. Anyway, hello, what is this? Initiate's note. The parchment is relatively intact, but the ink is faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Recitrix Obrica says, redemption for even these. Orgot and struck the largest bell first, rather than the second. Okay, so large bell first. Camping supplies, which we can't actually use. Well, let's take the note and keep going. So there's the first clue. And unfortunately, everybody is now stuck in the door. You'd think you could kind of push people to the side, but oh well. Not really the end of the world, just mostly inconvenient. Anyway.
What is it?
Yeah, at least your engagement thing is wider so we can actually fight multiple people. This should be good. Unfortunately, it looks like our other guy's weirdly stuck. The AI in this game confuses me. Sometimes they will just like immediately run in and just start beating on things. And sometimes they won't, and I don't really understand why. Anyway, here's the second one, I believe. Letter home. Mother, I've asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Haemar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed. and I do not wish for you to worry. I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Recapture's Obrica will approve, but the letter trails off here. Well, it doesn't actually help. Might actually have to deliver that to somebody along the way. Okay, so I don't see any more clues here. We've already been through this area. Oh, haven't been through here yet. Surprising. I walked through this room, but I did not actually get to the end of it. It's got more spiders in it. There we go. These things die fairly fast. Kind of nice. Okay, do we actually have anything up here? Let's see. Features has been struck off along with portions of its hands. Oh, hello. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles, the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams of gold. As you look on, the air shimmers, as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin, glowing mist appears before you. Its rippling gleam. You sometimes think you can see a shape of a man. Oh, in its rippling gleam. Features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You're in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall, bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark, save for the poticum. Lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, a voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But the Recapture stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope, like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden dizzying force, and you find yourself back in the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. Alright, so that was probably after they got trapped down here, I think. Let's see. Red-brown smears flake away under the toe under your boot. Uh-oh. Okay, so we've checked pretty much everywhere. That didn't have anything useful, did it? We've got these things? I swear I already checked them. Oh, no, I didn't. Alright. I'm glad that the proper character will loot these things. It's kind of nice. And one of these is probably useful. Book of Verses. Oh, boy. Please don't be the clue. Doesn't look like it's the clue. So I'm just going to take these for the time being. Because, like, I want to read and stuff. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff. Western Stag. Yeah, like, look at how long this is. Like, someday I will sit down and read most of them. But unless it's, like, directly relevant to what we're doing, it seems mostly meaningless. Okay, I don't see any other clues. Let's try ringing this bell. Hope for the best. Probably going to be a giant pain, but still. Okay, so we've got some amount of taxes. I don't actually know how much of this works. Let's see, so we can go Bright Hollow Restoration. A lot of stuff that's very expensive here. Kind of wish you could, like, click on enough stuff you could actually afford. So, we need security if I can. Can I? Oh, interesting. Build the barracks. Where's the barracks? Can I even afford it? No, I can't. Okay. Can I do anything to along the way here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I guess we're building Bright Hall. Oh. Main keep will be done in 21 hours. Never mind then. Okay, so the big bell instead of the second. Let's save. Actually, I don't actually know if that's saved. That's saved. Okay. So, let's bring the middle. You heave at the bell, and it swings back in the other direction. Clapper strikes a low, powerful note against heavy iron. Feel the ringing in your chest. Some of... Okay. Instead of the second. Okay. Strange hush falls on the room, muting the sound of the bells, the eternal drip of stone alike. And then a sudden dissonant toll sounds from the bells, so loud and piercing you're compelled to cover your ears. And then at last, silence once more. Okay. I think as far as those lore books go, I will actually sit down and read them along the way. Like, the universe is amazing, but I do kind of prefer to move things on a little bit. So I don't think I actually did that right. Okay. So it yells at you when you do it wrong. So let's go into our inventories. Let's see, is this it? Nope, that's Ludrana's orders, so it's in here, I believe. This? Nope. What is this business? Shipment crate. Blackhammer Smithery. That's the resources they're looking for. Alright, good to know. Letter home, that's not it. This? Initiates notes. Okay. So, struck the largest bell first, rather than second. Okay, so gotta start with the big bell. Middle. Smaller. Smaller? Nope. Like, I want to find the other hint, but I don't know where it would be. I've checked everywhere, haven't I?
Yes, of course.
Unless I missed something. That's a shame. Yeah, I do not read out loud very often either. Like, I'm actually kind of enjoying this as a way of, like, practicing my out loud reading. I guess it might be in there. I swear I got it, but guess not. Let's see, because it's not in the letter home. I think I already read that. That's where I got all the other notes. I'll check the loose flagstone, too. Oh, right, you're the camping supplies, which is completely worthless to us, because apparently you can't carry extra of that for some mysterious reason. Oh, well. Let's see. Nope, nothing from you. What about this guy? Can I talk to him? Nope. Okay. Faith in ourselves. That's not it. Oh, the spirit that was late for the ritual. Unfortunately, I don't actually remember exactly what he said. It's not easy to remember either. Time and Tide? Nope, that's Kainua Endless Paths, right? Okay, so... Oh! Yeah, Kainua is our keep. So we got that. Trials Endurance. Spend time with him. Eater to the Records Archive, got that. Buried Secrets. Okay, so this one. Okay. First and last of the tolls, apparently. Okay, so the first and last ones are the big bells. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Bormoth, for the tip. Let's get back over here. So that makes it a lot easier. Because now we know exactly... Well, we know what the first and the last ones are, and that actually reduces the variance incredibly. Because I can't imagine how I'd be able to separate everything out otherwise. Well, you know, like, do all the permutations. So, middle, left, right, middle. Nothing. Okay, middle, right, left, middle. Middle, left, middle. Middle, right, middle. What? Okay, let's check the journal again. So... Oh. First and last is that of a right hand, which has a distinctive right... Oh, hold on. Okay, distinctive tone. Okay. Let me take a look at that note. I should probably pull it out of here, too. Where is it? Here? Here we go. Okay. Visitors to the ritual floor. Obrica says redemption for even those Orgot. Oh, forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than the second. The rest is illegible. Oh, okay, so the big one is second. Okay. So let's examine the bells. Doesn't look like... Okay, so the middle's second. So we want to do... Let's try right, middle, left, right. A peculiar chime rings through the runes. There's a quite melodic chime from all three bells. Once before the discordant voices meet in one powerful rising rush of sound, it seems to fill the whole temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors, as the passage to the lower level swings open. All right. Thank you, Wandering Hobo, Solus Frost, and Wandering Hobo and Bormoth. You guys are super helpful. And thanks for not telling me the solution. Honestly, for all of you watching this live or not live, never ever tell me the direct answer unless I'm actually asking for it. Give me hints. Tell me what I missed. Like where to go to find what I missed, or tell me I'm an idiot for what I missed. But never ever tell me the answer unless I'm asking for it, because it's so much more satisfying to figure it out on my own. That was awesome. God, how would you speedrun this game? That'd be interesting. Don't know how I'd do it. Probably complete mess. Either way. We've got plenty of camping supplies, so let's just clear this place out. Especially because we got a full party and they're actually fairly well leveled. Looks like it's going to be a lot easier as a result of having... Wow. They have quite the elaborate reload animation for crossbows, I just realized. Interesting, you fire like a clip, though. Because it only seems to do the reload like every once in a while. Interesting. Well, it doesn't matter. I've also got my Spirit Slayer sword along the way.
Take care of it.
Dumbledore dies on page 587. You guys are jerks. Alright. It's not within our natures to forgive. Those who seek redemption seek a long and winding path. A road which takes us down the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect on the fractured aspects of ourselves. Interesting. Okay, so nothing but lore and angry spirits. Who would have guessed? Okay, let's just keep going around here. Now, unfortunately, the melee guys have taken over the back, which is not exactly a good position to be in. That said, since everybody else is ranged, doesn't matter. Oh, shoot. I don't think I have anybody with enough mechanics for that one. Not good. Yeah, I like the druid. Oh, shoot.
I cannot keep up this pace.
Get in there. Yeah, the Shadow's not going to be able to, or not going to be going after them anyway, so might as well just kind of pile everybody into a room. Let's see what else we got. We got Scroll of Prayer Against Fear, and some lockpicks. Okay, we're going to need those. We also get an Eothesian Prayer. Whew, that is long. Alright, I'm just going to keep grabbing these. I will organize them. Probably, you know what I might do? Not live, but I think after I've cleared this temple, I'll sit down and read through all of the Eothesian, lore. Anyway, so, crumpled note. This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been crumpled. Gesture. I know the temple baths boast great healing properties, and that your back ails you still. Still, I would ask that, if you were to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites, and Citrix Obrica is often too far below to hear the knocking. Okay, let's take the stuff.
What is it?
So it sounds like the key to go somewhere is in the bath. Makes sense? Okay. Let's see. Tombstones have messages from the donators of the game. I'll have to take a look at that. That's kind of cool. I think I prefer that when they're like messages from Oh, friends and developers and stuff. Speaking of, weapon it up,
Here's
beat
a
this guy to
lesson be
death.
taught.
Because you should not be in melee, that's for certain.
Quite.
What?
Did he distract the... Well, didn't distract the spirit, but it didn't matter. Okay, let's switch you back to your wand. Because these shadows are annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, what is this thing? It's a wheel. You hear a grinding noise beneath your feet and a rush of water. Oh, that must be for this fountain down here. Wonder what it matters. But whenever it changes anything, if I'm actually going to have to... Oh, hello. So now we got oozes. It's okay. Like, at this point, everything's almost... I'm not exactly going to say comically easy, but a lot easier than if I just ran in with the original, like, 3 people. Didn't even realize it wasn't dead yet. Can we... Takes a little bit for combat to end. And there's our key. Good. Honestly, did not need the clue, considering there was not much of a clue to it, but still. Okay. And we've got this one. Ah, I've got the gleaming silver key, so I don't have to waste all of my stuff. That's good. Okay, we've got more shadows, as usual. So I'm noticing that it's definitely better to have bows generally than crossbows. But I guess the point is crossbows shoot very slowly and do loads of damage, whereas bows are a little bit more on the consistent side. Honestly, I think I'd rather have an archer for the most part. Looks like we're in a pretty good position anyway. Because they're only really sending a couple of enemies at us at a time. Oh, Night Crazed. Okay, you guys just gonna kind of hang out and watch? I guess you are. It works for me. So, slimes, loot, yes. Okay, now there's something here we can look at. The still dark waters are reflective as black glass. No, it's odd. We're not actually seeing a whole lot of corpses here. A lot of pissed off ghosts, but that's about it. I'm kind of disappointed about that. Oh wait, no, these are skull deer. That is not the same thing. Like, I can't remember if we locked them in or, not we. If the people here were locked in or if they were massacred. I think I want to say that they were just locked down here, but I honestly can't remember. Probably be a little bit more obvious if I was paying attention. Anyway, what is this? Hey, this is actually a helmet that actually has an effect. So in that case, Dwarf Man, can't breathe. Dwarf Man, helmet. Oh, whoa, I actually have equipment here that's actually magical. Note to self, pay more attention. Note to self, sell some of this junk too, because apparently I'm just hoarding armor for no good reason. So, let's give him the helmet. Now he looks like a tiny little crusader. Cute. And Constitution. I don't know why specifically I'm buffing up the main guy, but still, overseeing. What's this? Area of effect, and minor ring of protection. So let's throw that on you. Okay. And then AoE. Perfect.
Yes.
Let's go. Keep going. What else do we got around here?
Of course.
Oh. These stairs go somewhere. So in that case, let's actually backtrack just for a second. I want to clear out the rest of this place, which I believe is just down this direction? Yeah. Crossbows are good for mages. Don't require lots of training. Good to know. Works for me. Okay. We've got more shadows. Yeah, no, I really wish the AI that... what the dicks is he doing? Like, I'm not even gonna tell him what to do. I'm just confused. And, like, these guys are totally gonna be fine. But, like, dude, calm down.
Well,
wow. Yeah, no, it seems like the pathing and the overall, like, combat AI for the player characters especially is super, like, kind of bad. I guess it expects you to manually control all of your characters along the way. But it just doesn't feel as, I don't know, in-depth as it could be, as it should be.
can't stand much longer.
Well, that hurt a little. At least it didn't kill him outright. Traps. That's the first trap I've run into. Good to know. Well, we get a Ring of Minor Protection and Wizard's Double. Wait, what? Apparently nobody has... Alright, let's just waste our lockpick on this one. We get a fine pike. Alright, works for me. Yeah, note to self, next time somebody levels up, put points into mechanics, for crying out loud. It's not actually that, like, hard to do. And we've got plenty of lore. Hello.
Well,
You this way, you this way. Everybody else file into the room instead of just standing outside like jackasses. And turns out, surprise, go for your target. There we go.
Not quite.
Oh, that's cool. You can even... I told you to go over there, not go over there and just stare at the wall. Alright, whatever. But, yeah, no...
curse your eyes.
I don't know. It works, and then they just stand there too. Let's see what I want to do. What will I be playing after this? Unfortunately, it's 5:09. This is actually going to be the last game of the night. So, let's file everybody out. You have the most amount of hit points for the time being, and the most amount of stuff. Let's open these up, because these are probably absolutely traps. Thought so. So we get a Cloak of Eothesian Will. I should probably also read the lore on the Eothesian Will. Oh, we got a phantom. Surprise! So you get out of the way. There we go. Well, that was actually pretty fast.
Take care of it.
These people are cranky about me tomb raiding. Oh well. And trap triggered. Not 100% certain what just happened there. He just started blinking off and on for some reason. Okay, well, let's grab the money. That spirit did not show up for when I got the cloak. It just showed up for when I got the money. Wow. Priorities. Okay, so let's go up the last place. I assume it's got to be something special up here. Either that or it's a shortcut out. Don't even know. Let's see. Let's see. Man, I am hungry. I've got like a box of crackers next to me, but like it is super poor form to eat while you're recording. Oh, the yellow part of an AoE is always ally friendly. That's good to know.
Yes.
Let's take a look at that. I've never actually done that, so...
Yes.
Cool. I'll have to look more into that. Okay. As you step over the circle of the candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone. Oh, hey, that's the shortcut out of here. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There's a gap above the altar, lined with broken glass, where a mirror may have once been set into the wall. The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god. What's all this for? Redemption. They got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered. And that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. He winks. They take you to this reflecting pool back there and you're allowed to look into it so you can face your sins. Then you come out of this room and they uncover your eyes again. And everyone's there to greet you. All your friends and family. It's like you'd been redeemed. Your whole life. You light your candle and it burns with others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life. Adir's eyes linger on the candles, and he seems to, for a moment, to be a younger man. The candles are still burning, not bad for a dead god. Oh.
What is it?
Whoops. I wonder what would have happened if I want to check this. So this was autosave like 2 minutes ago. Let's try this. I want to see for a second what happens if you snuff a candle, because I think that would be really cool. Okay.
Take care of it.
Or bad. I don't know. Anyway, end dialogue. Let's take a look at this. We don't really care what Eater says this time. I'll ask him anyway. Oh, interesting. Alright, snuff a candle. You reach out to pinch one of the burning wicks. Smoke hisses a thin trail from the candle. Nothing else seems to have happened. They made him strong enough to survive time, but not thoughtlessness, looks like.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't look like anything else happened, but we've cleared out the place, so I should be able to turn in my quest. It was nice to see all those candles still burning. Figured they'd have gone out by now. Okay, That's that. So let's go talk to that one guy that was injured. And, let's see. Is it, like, glittering in here? Oh, it's probably just the dust.
Good
Anyway,
day to
Wharton. Okay, find anything? What the... This place is overrun. So I discovered, the temple has been sealed up for years, tunneled, far worse than spiders.
Greetings.
Still looking. Oh. Okay, so I'm missing something in here. Supposedly. So we got this place. So I must have missed something on the previous floor. So I think I've cleared this place out. I want to get this place completely done for. So you know what we're going to do? Let's go to the, like, slow mode.
And what does the flame
And then fast mode. Okay, let's see if we get anything secret along the way. Oh, here we go. I didn't check this corridor, did I? Yep. Thought so. Screech of metal, snapping noise, pull the lever. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. What's that? Oh my. Lost spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features a blur of mist and smoke before the world tilts. It's as if you have stepped sideways into your new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths loud in your ears. Panic and your robes alike foul your steps, and you nearly stumble as your hand reaches out to grip your arm before a hand reaches out to grip your arm to steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older piece as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spans time and identity, and you think Wharton has joined you, here at the bottom of the temple. In memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then he looks past at someone else. I'll come back, once they're gone, he says. He's saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleam like welcoming stares. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There's only darkness around you now. You think yourself blinded, until the knowledge settles into you like a cloak. The candles have all burnt away. You know now, too, with a sick certainty, that nobody is coming. There's a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, a familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too tired to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is a struggle that leeches strength from you. There is a light, they said, and at the end of every bout of darkness. But this one does not end. A spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the vault around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul drifting like a fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. I'm sorry. I hope you find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get any less weird. Let's gather up the remains. Okay, so you spend a few minutes gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It provides a heavy and gruesome burden. You manage to recover them all. Okay, so now we're carrying a whole or a bag of bodies. So let's run everybody outside for a second. And let's run you in here. Mechanism is broken. Scratches on the brickwork by the door hinges. Some of the gold leaf on the relics has chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks on one of the bowls. And we got to do some lockpicking here. So, let's grab what we can. Move, roll out, grab you, and lockpick. Yes. Probably have to buy some more or something. But we get a flail one-handed. Has draining and fine. Ooh, draining. Let's take a look at this. You're using a saber. Just don't know on average. Unfortunately, all this stuff is going to the stash at this point, which, honestly, not exactly the best. Yeah, so the flail is fast. So let's actually switch to you. You can use the flail for the time being. It's faster than the saber. Does slightly less damage, but it's got some nice benefits to it. Okay, can I eat the You guys are disgusting. Let's get out of here and go talk to what's-his-face. Was it Wharton? I don't even know. I like the awkward quick shuffle when you have speed up mode on. I kind of enjoy that. I can see why you'd have speed up and slow down methods, like especially like the harder difficulties. You'd want you want this to be as slow as possible, just so you could, you know, actively make good decisions. Anyway, let's talk to Wharton.
Well met, Fred.
So, I think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arms hurting a little less. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? Hand over the bundle of remains. Stoic. The color drains from Wharton's face. He takes the bundle from you with trembling hands. You found them then. I found more than bones. Something valuable, you mean? You can keep whatever you found. I don't want any of it. Nobody's been down here since Raedric's people. Have no interest in Aethesian goods, is my point. You won't miss whatever you take. Let's see. Resolve 14. You and I both know what I saw down there, and what they told me. Wharton opens his mouth to protest, but then something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. That place is full of shadows. Spirits of those you killed. That's not... He eyes you fearfully. I didn't kill them! Right until the end, You don't understand. I tried to help them. I did, every day. Every single day, I went to the temple, and I warned them. I told them they were playing with fire, and Raedric couldn't be patient forever. And then... every time, they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about. Like it wasn't costing me, coming to try and talk to them, to help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. You worked for Raedric. Wharton gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. He hesitates. I knew what was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in here. I couldn't understand. Every warning I gave, they ignored. The Restatrix. She said they'd be reborn anyhow, so it didn't matter. He grimaces. So she got what she wanted, her martyrdom. Raedric ordered us to round them up, lock them in cells. I convinced them to hide, at least. They have that vault full of old relics, gold and such. I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of the Deerwood, back to Aedir. But when I told the men that the priest had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get within. There was nothing I could do. Eater's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone, get the town together, organizing rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. There were some of the last decent folk left in this hole. Now all we've got left is people like you. Let's see. You could have spoken up, told Raedric the truth. Wharton nods slowly. I could have. It would have ruined me. Maybe killed me, but I could have saved them. He looks up at you, eyes wet. I didn't. I told you the way of it, Wharton says, his voice rough. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now. Make a decision. Let's see. So I could kill him, but no. It's not too late to make amends. Wharton lets out a breath he was holding. I'm not sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? bear their bones? Try to lead a better life than you have thus far? Horton looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I'll lay them to rest. Try to do right by them somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done, giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. Gilded Veil. Moderate positive. Alright, we get experience.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. So, let's head our butts straight off and out of here. And let's see. Oh, right, the last thing. Let's go talk to the blacksmith. We've got loads of stuff to do. Wow. There's like infinite things to do in these games. But then again, go figure. Now, I will admit, some amount of the pauses and the halting stuff I'm actually adding for my own dramatic effect. But I am making some more mistakes in speech than I normally would. That said, it's easy when the character is embarrassed and or regretful. Because you know what, they would stutter anyway. So, let's talk to Titano.
How do you do?
Okay, you mentioned something about your stock being low. We just don't have the supplies. I've been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now. Haven't seen any sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves. Maybe. To make some coin. Titano snorts. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Titano scratches his jaw, thinking. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I'd expect. Only good road for it. And as it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. Titano glances at the nearby guard. And that's as it should be, but doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Hand over the crate. I think I already found your shipment. Titano reaches out to take the crate, raising it effortlessly onto the counter. Face splits in a broad smile. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can finally get back to work, and show you some real Black Hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Gilded Veil, major positive. Yeah. Here, I'll give you a taste. He ducks behind the counter and raises a heavy wooden shield in hand. Might not have had much in the way of materials to work with, but it's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. You go on and take that. And here, some coin for your troubles, too. His pleased expression dims. Did you find anyone with a wagon? Let's see. Bandits overtook the wagon. I doubt your people survived. Titano shakes his head, running his hand over his bald pate. Poor fools. Always told them they ought to hire some guards instead of palming the extra coin. I'll have to hire more hands. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale, try some delivery work? He smiles thinly. You'll have my thanks for your assistant friend. Give some time to work the forge, and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons. Oh, give me some time. Alright, cool. We got that going. Did I get experience for that? Yeah, I did, actually. Another 2,556 experience. Nice!
Well,
Yeah, almost infinite things to do. I really like RPGs for a lot of reasons. Okay, so, first and foremost, let's talk to him.
Welcome.
For the most part, I don't want to buy anything just because I'm dirt poor, and the good stuff is expensive, but I did want to take a look at armor for just a second. Kind of wish I could see inventory given the current situation, but oh well. Oh, you know what I could do? I can sell junk. Oh, don't want to sell the magical stuff for the time being. Kind of have a use for that. But the non-magical stuff, do not care. What I do with that. So, any of these particularly good? The scale armor I might want to keep. Everything else is worthless. And the helmets. Yeah, I'll keep the frog helm. It looks funny. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Alright. It's another 500. Hey, that might actually mean another expansion onto what we already have. Because, yeah, all of his good stuff is very expensive. Bronze horn figurine. Summon an animate. Interesting. Well, I'll sell that for the time being. We'll come back and take a look at other stuff to do.
What is it?
And with that, at least as far as I know, that actually takes care of most of our current Gilded Veil quests. So, I'll actually see you guys in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. And as always, thanks for watching. Oh, never mind then. Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak. He strides forward to meet you as you approach. and at a closer distance, his features are revealed for those of a younger man. That's weird wording, though lined with weariness. He appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I imagine Titano was very grateful for the return of his supplies. He's a good smith. A good man at that, beholden to a cruel master, but a good man. Gilded Vale is full of such people. People who deserve better than to watch their home descend into fear and madness. He turns to look out over the village. I aim to save them, and I would ask for your help in doing so. What is it you want me to do? The man nods, standing a little straighter. It is a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there's no other option. Lord Raedric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Raedric's madness. He would cure Waydrin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses intent on ending Raedric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under cover at night, but we were routed. His face darkens. There are dark creatures down in the dungeons, the work of Raedric's animancer. It falls to you. Lord Raedric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from the shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. I'll find Raedric and deal with him. Oh, apparently if I was an aristocrat, I would have had something to say. That's kind of cool. Anyway, then I commend you on your courage, and thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Raedric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Raedric. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you brave it, you could follow our steps, and seek out the entrance to the sewers in the eastern edge of the moat. He looks away, but several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend, Nadmar. He is the highest priest, Baratheon, now that the Shining God is fallen. A good man, in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Durrance chortles, nearly choking on his own disdain. Shining God. He never shone brilliantly when the bomb took him. The moniker's obsolete now. Ash does not shine. It's like if someone wants to call you the attractive priest, Durrance. Nice. Okay, Nedmar can help you reach Raedric, but he resides in the upper level of Raedric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You'll have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. Let's see. Thank you for your advice. I'll make good use of it. Either that or no use for wasting resources if it isn't necessary. Let's go with this one, thank you. So, I consider it a blessing from the gods that I've found someone that understands honor and duty. Raedric's hold lies past the eastern wood, not far to the east. May Magrin bring you victory, friend. I wish you luck. Cool. So now we get to go and beat the tar out of the guy that made the gallows tree. Well, you know what? He deserves it. Like, normally I'd be like, why would you want me to depose this leader? In this case, it's like, no, fuck it, this guy's an asshole. I mean, look. There's like, what? I'm supposed to be number 19? Probably. Hey, I might end up number 19 anyway. That'd be kind of an interesting way to end the game. Let's take a look. Where's Raedric's hold? Wait. Past the eastern wood. Where's the eastern wood? Don't actually know. Check the journal. Very confusing. Alright, so in that case, let's head back to Caed Nua. It'll take one day to get there, and then we can do some stronghold stuff at the beginning of the next episode. Because honestly, if I can go on an adventure and hire some people. A, it'll get us some more money, and B,
I cannot keep up this pace.
attack was imminent, but our patrol staved off the enemy. I don't even have people here. I don't know who these patrols are. But at least main keep construction has been completed. So let's take a look at this. So we got this. Let's see. So actions, nothing useful. Okay, so we can go Bright Hollow Barbican. Oh. How much money do I have? I got plenty. Let's actually go with this. So the Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the Eason River, which will increase my security. And Bailey, upgrade the stuff. Towers will give a bonus. Library. I'm looking for... Where's the barracks? Oh, shoot. 2,000. That is expensive. Probably important, though. Oh, take prisoners during your travels. I need to figure out how to make money fast. In that case, let's see. How do you go on adventures? How do adventure work? I guess let's go in the stronghold and see what we can do. So this is probably Bright Hollow, the inn, which I have not upgraded yet in any way, shape, and form. So I guess I'm not ending the episode quite yet. Let's wander around the stronghold just because I am yeah, no, that's absolutely the inn. I think. Man, I'm just curious what we can do. I guess I might as well end this now and I'll figure it out on my own. Because you know what? At this point, it's just going to be me wandering around trying to figure out what I'm doing. So if I can go on adventures and, you know, get benefits and stuff. Really golden experience. I assume you can get, like, random side quests from here. That'd be nice. Because ooh, wow, this place looks a lot nicer. Okay, let's talk to her for a second.
It is good to see you here.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like there's anything. Anyway, okay. I will see you guys in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity, where we will actually maybe know where adventures are. I have no idea. Either way, see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching. And good night, because I'm very tired.